Hey guys, Tonic here. Yesterday the PTS went live, and with it we have an early look at some new changes to Fallout 76. There is a new Blue Ridge Outpost, a new Raider camp, a Brotherhood of Steel base, and a lot more. So let's get right into it. All around Vault 76 you will find a few new places to explore. We have the Gilliman Lumber Mill, Forward Station Tango, the Oregon Cave, a Blue Ridge Bunkhouse, the Coop, and lastly Settler's Ridge. Starting with the Gilliman Lumber Mill, this area has been transformed into a little responders base. There are responders walking around, responders logos on the building, new vendors, and a new named NPC that you can talk with named June. She has some dialogue and she will talk about what the responders do, her job with the responders, and some personal stuff. And there is another named NPC here named Lane, and Lane will give you some daily quests. For my quest, I had to go and get some meat from traps that the responders set up, and along the way I had to fight off a few wolves, but it only took me about 3 or 4 minutes, and I also noticed this new pop-up for quests, and I kind of like how it looks. But moving on, next up we have Forward Station Tango. This is a new Brotherhood of Steel outpost, and here we have some crafting benches, a few tents, some Brotherhood members and construction protectrons walking around, and there is another new named character. This character, just like the last one, will talk about some personal stuff, her faction, the Brotherhood of Steel, and you can get some information about the other groups in the area. This camp is neat. It's not super big or anything, but there are some defenses built up, and the view is pretty nice. Next, there is a new cave system called the Oregon Cave. This one is easily my favorite new area out of all of them. There are a few entrances to the cave all around Vault 76, and once inside there are large open areas, blood waterfalls, some side paths that you can take, and there is some loot in here and a few enemies. Now, I don't want to show everything about these locations, I don't want to spoil them too much, but it is a really neat location, and I enjoyed exploring it. Moving on though, next there is a new Blue Ridge camp. This location is called the Blue Ridge Bunkhouse, and it's right here on the map. This is a little Blue Ridge outpost, and it has some workers and guards, and again there is another new named NPC here. You can trade with them, but they also have some dialogue that talks about the company and the other nearby groups. It seems like all of these new named NPCs have similar dialogue. They just kind of explain their faction and tell you where to go to find their main base, and they have some lore, but it seems like they are almost here to explain the factions to newer players. This next location is a new Raider base. It's located right here on the map, and I think this location is neat. It's small, but you have bodies all over the place. There is a skeleton in a wheelchair chained to some cages, and there's even a skeleton wearing a vault suit that is burning over a fire. Again, this camp has a named NPC, and they will tell you about Crater, the other groups in the area, and all that stuff. There isn't a whole lot at this base, but it does have a cool throne with another great view. Lastly, we have a new settler base. This one is called Settler's Ridge, and it has that classic settler style, the log cabins, the flag, and the logo, and there's even a little floating table here, but this will probably be removed before this goes live. Around the area though, you have some logs being cut, a weapon workbench, and an armor workbench, and there's also the named NPC right here. But continuing on, there are some crops, and over in this building, down at the bottom, there's actually a blackjack table. Now you can't play it or anything, but it is neat to see. Now, I believe these are all of the new locations, but there honestly could be more that I missed. We had to start this PTS with a new character, so I don't have the entire map unlocked, but I did explore a bit more and everything else seemed normal. And I do like these locations. It's always cool to get some new locations to explore, and it's also just neat to see the factions building new bases. And again, out of all of them, I definitely like the cave the most. Other than the new locations though, there was also that new pop-up when you get a quest, and I like that. And the starting character builds are back in the PTS. You could start the game as a level 20 or a level 2, and for this PTS I wanted to explore, so I chose the level 20 option with a commando build. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video. I'm going to keep playing the PTS and explore some more to see if anything else has changed, and once Atlantic City gets added to the PTS, I'll be sure to cover that as well. So I would like to say thank you so much for stopping by and watching, I really do appreciate it. And as always, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of the channel members: King Kittens, Turkey Maker, Joe Pervincente, Ubi, Esdeath93, Mazader, Terry Lockridge, Radcon, Ice Cream Manny, Jays the Aussie, I Am Mr. Me Not You, Dr. Calamari, Argent Deer, Shaky Hands Workshop, Leo the Collector Plays, Loopy, Adam Steinson, Robert Kennard, CRM114, Theodore, Slappy Sauce, Omniprotus, Victrix, Axel, Kevin W, Anna S, Fallout McFly, Networkgate, Golty, Lanthar, Captain Awesome, Heather Henderson, Patrick Ruda, 20th the Icefire, Bowser Double Frank, Christy Mellon Schwitz. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and have a great day.